I first noticed Anna because she was wearing a heavy black coat. It came down to below her knees, and it had a black hood, and she put it up like that. And it made her look kind of menacing. But that's when I first noticed her. And then the next time, some weeks later, I noticed her again. She was sitting at a table by a local taco shop. And she was on her cell phone, and she was ranting and raving at somebody. I don't know. And I thought to myself, oh boy, that poor person on the other end of the line. And then you could tell that that person hung up on her. And she was, frustrated by that. And the thought that I had was, I can see why that person hung up on you.
When we used to see her at first, she stood out, because most of the homeless people were men in that area at the time. And then secondly, she always looked groomed. And we used to say, I wonder what her story is. She's young, she's attractive, she looks like she could work. I wonder why she is homeless. And then when we got to know her, we learned she's homeless because sometimes she can be just as lucid and congenial, as we are right now in this conversation. And other times she was in another world. She
lost everything because of her mental illness. She lost her job. Well, she lost her husband early on, then she lost her job. Essentially, she lost her daughter because her daughter had to go on and live with other people.
She lost her pets.
She had 3 pets. She lost her pets. She
loved animals.
She lost her truck, and then she ended up on the street. And I think the thing that I learned is that working with someone who's mentally ill, or living with someone who's mentally ill, you have to have extreme patience.
Anna was so intelligent. Anna could have been anything she wanted to be had she gone from high school to college and from college to graduate school. She could have been an attorney, she could have been a judge, she could have been a politician, she could have been a professor, she could have been an interpreter. She could, she had the mental acuity, no question about it. She had a remarkable vocabulary for someone with a high school education. She used to blow me away with words, the way she would phrase things, and I would just think, wow. Her routine used to be that she would walk from La Mesa to Grossmont Square and back 4 times a day. Now that's a hike. I used to walk to my physical therapist, and that wasn't all the way to Grossmont Square. And I was healthy, older but healthy. And she got to the point where we would walk 1 block and she would say, I have to sit down. And so I had said to her, Anna, why don't we go to the doctor? And I tried to take her to the doctor. Phil tried to take her to the doctor. I got her all the way to Kaiser once and she refused to go in, and then she disappeared. I lost her.
Because of her paranoia.
I guess, yeah. But I had even said to her, Anna, what if you have cancer? If we go now, if they catch it early, you could be treated. And her response was, if I had cancer, maybe that would be the best thing.
I got a call one morning from Anna, and she said, I'm at the grocery store, and I've fallen, and I'm pinned between the toilet and the wall, and I can't get up. I just can't get up. So I called the manager of the store, and he got his people together, and they went and got her and took her out to the tables they had arranged out front. Then I went in to get her. She is in a very weakened condition. I knew she would be reluctant to go to the emergency room or to urgent care. But finally I convinced her to go. She had a very difficult time getting even to my car. But I got her there, got her in the car, got her to the hospital. And there it took all day. But that's when they discovered that she had stage 4 colon cancer. was difficult for us to see her maybe suffer more than she needed to. At least for 7 months, we gave her some degree of peace.
And we miss her. We talk about her all the time. And, you know, we loved her. We grew to love her. We could have a child that age, you know. She could have been our daughter. And we grew to really love her, and I think she knew that at the end.